Okay.
Hi guys.
So, we are here today to discuss the topic of the week is embarrassing dating moments. Because those are so much fun. So we'll just jump right into it today. Before I start anything, if you guys watch my friend's channel, Middle Class White Boys with Crazy Chill, he's like gone up and missing. So if you like see him, can you tell him to come home? Because like it's seriously like his parents are freaking out. And like it's not like he wasn't kidnapped. Like we know he ran away for like a couple weeks with another friend of his, and it's really not cool and we're all really worried. So if you see him, please tell him to come home because it's not cool at all. Anyhow. Embarrassing dating moments. Okay. So, I guess I'll start. The first, one that I can think of, and this is probably still one of the worst. I was in the 7th grade, and I was dating this kid that I'm still friends with now, and, oh my god, we'd been together, it was, November, December, it was, December, and, we'd been dating since, school started in August, so that's, 4 months, whatever. We were all hanging out. It was me, the boyfriend at the time, and another girlfriend of mine.
I wasn't there.
And we're all just, hanging out. We were, in my basement doing karaoke, as 7th graders do. And we were having a really good time. And we all got really hungry, so we decided to go upstairs. And as we're walking up the stairs, I'm at the back, and my guy friend and my other girlfriend are walking in front of me. And I hear my little sister open the door. And this is embarrassing for me. This is I'll tell the stories about, embarrassment for the guy, but this was definitely embarrassing for me. My friend looks at me and goes, Olivia? And my boyfriend just, turns around with, this awful look on his face. And I look past him on the stairwell, and my little sister, who's, in the 3rd grade at this time, is standing there with a used feminine object in her hand, going, "Hey, Olivia, what's this?"
Oh, Jesus.
And it was the worst. I just screamed bloody murder and ran past her and, locked myself in my room and cried for the rest of the night. My friend was, big enough to say, "You know what, come here, sweetie," and, took her to the bathroom and threw it away and, took care of it. My then boyfriend at the time had excused himself to throw up in the bathroom for an hour.
Oh, God.
So not only did he witness this, but it made him vomit. Oh my god. And that was the absolute worst moment of my entire life. I couldn't even look this kid in the eye for 2 weeks. Which I mean, it was fine. We stayed together. That wasn't the actual reason we broke up. I mean, it was just oh my god. It was absolutely horrific.
As we touch our hair. And now I'm gonna tell mine. And all my embarrassing dating stories are, let's just say they're a bit risque. And they weren't actually on going out dates. They were on staying in dates, and I can let you figure out what was going on. And so the first one is with one of my boyfriends a while back. I was hanging out at his house, and we were doing things. Canoodling.
As canoodlers do.
It was great canoodling. Anyway.
Define canoodling as you will.
So we were...
Canoodling.
God, okay. I'm just gonna be blunt. We were having sex, and he decided it would be a good idea to... I'm sorry. Tie me to his bed. And so we were doing our thing. I was tied to the bed, and all of a sudden, his dad comes up the stairs and starts knocking on the door. Keep in mind, we are both like butt-ass naked at this point, and I'm tied to the bed. I can't do shit. And he starts freaking the fuck out. And it was like, oh my god, it was terrible. Luckily, he managed somehow to sneak out of the room without his dad seeing me naked on his bed. Okay. It was a very interesting experience.
My stories are PG.
Mine aren't. I'm sorry, guys, but you know what? Excuse me.
It's a good thing my family doesn't know about this channel.
Yeah. Okay, it's your turn. Your new story.
My God.
Your second story.
Oh, okay. So,
Oh Jesus.
you saw the eye twitch. This one was embarrassing for the guy. Mostly, it was one of those moments where it's like, I am embarrassed for you. Like, I don't think he realized, he can't be embarrassed. He didn't know what was happening, but it was gnarly. Oh my god. Okay, so this guy and I had just like started talking. We were kind of interested in each other, you know. So I go over to his house and we're like hanging out, and like he kept trying to kiss me, which is like okay. But like I noticed that slowly he had this booger that was like getting bigger and bigger. And I was like, oh, okay, whew, just try. And I kept trying to find other shit to do. Like, that way he wouldn't, like, kiss me. This thing would, like, get stuck to my face.
Oh,
and, like,
ew.
I didn't want to tell him. Because that would just, like, I couldn't tell him. Because it had already been there so long. And so, like, I kept trying to, like, find ways to avoid kissing this guy. And at one point, this thing, like, smeared. Oh god! Over the side of his cheek. And I keep remembering thinking, oh my god, if he kisses me right now, that thing is going to be stuck to my face. And he fucking kissed me. And when he came back for the kiss, it wasn't on his face anymore.
Oh Jesus. Oh.
Oh! This shit was in my hair! And I just had to excuse myself. And I like went to the bathroom. And while I was in the bathroom, like I walked out and his mom like came into the room and she looked over at him and she was like, oh honey. And I was like, thank you! But and, like after that, like, I don't think I ever went over to his house ever again. I'm pretty sure I never hung out with him ever again because I couldn't look at him the same way. Because every time I looked at him, I just saw this nasty. Again, I know that's terrible, and I know he was a nice guy, but it was like, oh my god, I couldn't, that's all I could see, and I feel bad now, but like, there were other things, so should I go on to tell my favorite one?
I have another story, and it's not as disgusting.
Mine just made me sick. It was so gross.
It's not as gross as hers. Honestly, this is a story that, like, this was,
This is on PG.
it's less risque.
Okay,
it's
that's
less
better.
PG.
Thank you.
Like, there's no sex. There's, like, hardcore
Canoodling.
cuddling. There's
Canoodling.
hardcore cuddling.
Canoodling.
So, anyway, I was with a new boyfriend. I know, I'm such a slut. Whatever. I was with a new boyfriend, and...
Car.
Whore. Stop interrupting me!
Go on.
I was with my new boyfriend, and I was hanging out at his house again, and we were just hanging in his bed. We started making out and stuff, and it was, like, going good. It's nothing too serious. And then all of us, like, we're just, like, staying in his bed. And this guy, you need to keep in mind, he has 2 dogs. 2 very large dogs.
I can
And
see
so...
where this is going.
We were making out on his bed, and my foot was hanging off the bed, right? All of a sudden, I feel something wet licking my foot. I look over, and it's his dog. His dog is licking my foot while I'm making out with him on his bed. And then he's like, go away, and the dog leaves, and so we get back to what we were doing. And then all of a sudden, this dog, like, charges into the room and jumps on his back. And needless to say, we stopped what we were doing. Oh, it was so weird and so funny. Like, the dog just sat there on his bed, and he was like, God damn it, dog, you cock block.
I'm watching you make out.
It was... But anyway, the dog was adorable. His name was Copenhagen, and oh my god, so cute! Or was it Lucy? I can't remember if it was Copenhagen or Lucy. I think it was Copenhagen.
Oh god, I'm trying.
Anyway, your turn.
I thought of another one.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, this sounds bad. Okay,
Go.
So this was a while ago. I can't even remember. I'm not even entirely sure which. Well, I know what boyfriend it was. This was a while ago. This guy and I are dating, and we're out at like the mall or something with our friends, and I have like one of those like Powerade drinks with me in the bottle, and like he's been eating like these chips or something. I don't even know what it was, but he's like, hey, can I have a drink of that? And I'm like, sure, you're not diseased, I would know. So I hand him the bottle, and then we go like our separate ways because his parents came and picked him up or something. And I'm sitting there with my friends, and I'm taking a couple sips out of the bottle since then. And one of my friends looks over at me and goes, dude, I don't really think you should be drinking that. And I look at her, and then I look at the bottle. And I don't know how, I don't know if he realized it, but there was this thing, and like, I don't mean it was like a floater, I mean it looked like he had like hawked a giant loogie, and then like,
Jesus.
regurgitated it into the, I mean this thing was like this long, and I had been drinking out of this bottle with this loogie in it.
Damn it, girl, stop!
Like seriously, I went and I threw up. I threw the bottle away, and I never shared a drink with him ever again. Like if he took a sip out of it, I was like, oh, you can have it. Really, I don't want it. But it was like we were all sitting there like, what the fuck is this thing? Like it was the nastiest thing I have ever seen, and like the drink was red. So it looked like this mucus fetus thing was like floating.
Damn it, girl!
Like it was the nastiest fucking moment of my entire.
Oh god, I almost threw up right there.
God.
Jesus Christ.
It was so jank. It was so gross. That was like, that was the most recent one out of all these.
Okay, so you were here for this one, actually. So there was this guy who really liked me, and I kind of had a thing for him, but I wasn't really sure. And we were at this little girl's birthday party. And so we were playing hide and go seek in the dark. And if you don't, hold on, you'll remember. And this is more embarrassing for me rather than the guy. But anyway, we were playing hide and go seek in the dark, and we were outside.
Bless you. Why don't I remember this yet?
Hold on. And we were outside, and I went to go hide behind this tree, and this guy who liked me... Shut up. Shut up. I need to finish the story. Goddamn.
I remembered.
Shut up. Okay, so I went to go hide behind this tree, and this guy followed me over, right? And so I was like, dude, you're stealing my spot. And he's like, I know, I wanted you alone. And like, I got really uncomfortable, and I was like, okay, I'm moving. And so I walk out back onto the street, and this bitch right here comes charging up to me and fucking pulls down my shirt and like moves my head, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, and she was like, I'm checking for hickeys. I hate you.
Both of these two had disappeared. Like everyone else had been found but these two. And like we'd kind of noticed the guy was interested in her, and I was like,
hey!
They be canoodling in the dark and stuff.
No, but literally, she like pulled down my shirt so that everyone could see my bra, and like fucking moved my head around so everyone could see my neck. And she was like, I'm checking for hickeys. I hate you so much.
What else are you gonna do?
Nothing! That's exactly what we fucking did. Okay, so that's one of my stories. Alright, you go.
When I was at the startling age of 5 years old, I was like the little flirt. It was like, oh, boy, you like me? Like, I always wore the cute little pink dresses and the bows in my hair. I was
Oh, dude, she was a player.
cute. And so at the like age of 5 years old, we had like lined up after recess, and into the building are a set of double doors, but there's a pole in between the doors. And there was this like new kid at school who I thought was like super cute. And so as our line like walked in to go back to class, I was like waving at him as I walked by, and I walked right into the pole and like fell back on my ass and had to be taken to the nurse's office. And like I had like a lump out here. I mean, it was absolutely awful. Transition. Okay. So yeah, now needless to say, I walked into a pole and had to go to the nurse's office in front of the whole kindergarten class.
So traumatizing.
Yeah, I think that's all the stories I have, unless you have any.
No, that's all I got.
Alright, well, I guess that is our video on our lovely, absolutely awesome dating moments that were
just our moments with guys who were just wonderful.
So much fun to relive today.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, there's our moments. For any of those who watch this, feel free to let us know if you had any of these happen to you or something that's equally embarrassing.
Please remember to subscribe and check out my personal channel. I know my last few videos haven't had audio, but that's because my computer's a piece of shit. So also subscribe to this lovely lady, because she's wonderful. And like the video if you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
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 Bye! Because we're awesome. Die!